Hello everybody, welcome back to Balatro's Road to 100%. It's a new day. Let's go back to the challenges. Blast off. We get Constellation and we get Rocket. We get more planet cards. We cannot increase our number of hands played. 2 hands per round, 2 discards per round, 4 Joker slots. And 2 of them are filled with this. Alright, that could be tricky. Let's see what we can do. Right, I do not want to skip probably ever, because we want every chance to get money out of Rocket. Show me a 10 real fast, thank you. But in fact, I would take 1 additional club. That should be 300 points. So clearly we want to make Constellation as big as possible, as fast as possible, but I also want to work on my interest. Right, a $4 buffoon pack won't take me below $5, so I'll still get my interest. Stuntman. Always happy to see Stuntman. That will surely keep us going for a little while. 6 card hand. How does pair of 4s do for us? Absolutely adequately. So many planets, so little cash. Right, I'm going to hold for interest again. We know this will be more than 300 points. So this will be the other 300 points we need. Rocket upgrades, so now we're getting more money more quickly, and we can really start to invest in ourselves. We will take seed money in a minute. Get a little more multiplier going. Do I care about trying to just make a bunch of hearts and play flushes within my situation here? Probably not. Unless we're going to get rid of Stuntman at some point soon. Double my money? Yes? I should have checked that first before spending anything. Right, I need a bigger pair than deuces for the next bit, or a club. Aces and 8s will suffice, I think. Just barely. But now we have good money to work with. Let's see if we can't double our cash in here. Pick 2. Give me a random card. Juggler kinda helps. Then give me $11. And try again. Empress will be fine. Then we can buy seed money and not go below the interest cap. Decrease the level of the played poker hand, so we don't want to play high card or 2 pair if it can be helped. Though I may need to play such a hand. Well, this will do nicely. Rocket upgrades again. Right, we still want to now grow to more than $50 because that is our current interest cap level. But I will invest in myself a bit. That's lovely. I think Scholar is going to do better than Juggler. Could have taken the ace, but I'm happy to get the extra tarot cards. Do I want 2 Celestial packs, or do I want a bunch of money? Or rather, 1 Celestial pack with 2 cards in it. I'm going to take the money. A moon card. It's totally fine. Right, that puts us above $50. But I am going to spend some extra just to get more multiplier going. Not straights, because with 6-card hand, straights are going to be a nightmare to try and make. Basically, I just want to find a couple of aces if I can. Good. More planets. Even more planets. We're at the interest cap, but I'll take more planets. And if you've got an ace for me, or something that otherwise looks useful... Cards drawn face down after each hand played. Well, we're only playing 1 hand. So we'll play that one. Or rather, 2 hands. Club flush with 2 aces. Even more money. Hiker is not it. So we can comfortably spend... Hello. Who could it be? Breaking the boss blind effects isn't going to be that big a deal for us. Multiplier after discards would be really good. Might be hard to get there when we only have 2 discards though. Triboulet would be great. Canio would be okay. And who's the 5th one? Kings and Queens go twice. Boss blind effects. Oh, Perkeo. Perkeo would be great. Fine. When in Rome. Okay, now we need to find a really good planet card. Mercury will be absolutely fine. We will buy and use this because Perkeo can copy the Mercury. This will be okay. I think I'm happy with just Mercury being the thing that we build up to. Now, Mercury won't appear in these packs while we have them up there. But that's okay. High card also getting reasonably large. Now, is there any reason for me not to use these immediately? I can't think of one. And if we're playing a pair, let's do that. We can use the standard one and leave a negative one, and the negative ones can be copied further. I'll gladly ditch those. We get a star card. Am I invested in a star card? I mean, if we made everything diamonds, it might make playing larger hands easier. Obelisk is not going to be the play. Let's make some stuff into diamonds. Let's Emperor 2 new cards. Now, Perkeo can make copies of these as well. I don't think I need the cash endlessly, but the Empress is fine. And just even more cash to find even more planets. I will take Director's Cut. And just buy every planet we can find down to $50. So, in fact, Pear is one of our lower hands right now. But I'm going to do this. I'm not going to be precious about holding multiple types of card. I just worry that we're not growing fast enough to keep up with kind of antis 5, anti 6. Money tree is incredible. So now our interest cap is $100. High card continues to grow. This is at 4x now. There could be a world where we get rid of Stuntman. I just don't know what that world looks like. Play only one hand against the needle. What is that going to look like for one hand here? 7,000 points. So one small plain pair might not cut it. Give me familiar. Even more high card. High card worth more than a pair right now. How much are we getting out of a rocket? $9. Alright, we are on Big Blind next. $18,000 for a reasonable pair. We might be able to work with that. Feels a little touch and go. Now, we don't have to hold Perkeo forever. But I'm going to keep holding Perkeo. Let's go High Priestess. In case we want to move away from pairs. With these, I don't think I do. But it's still more mult. Oh my god. Do we ditch Perkeo for a different legendary? Is that ever a wise move? If we are on the big blind of anti 5, we got anti 5, 666, 777, 88. We've got 9 more occasions for Perkeo to make a copy of a card. If it's Chico, we don't have to deal with the boss blind problems. If it's the guy who, if it's Triboulet, we kind of, I think, probably win. If it's the discards guy, we probably lose. And I forget the other one. Oh, destroy cards. Alright. Disable every boss blind effect. We might be able to work with that for a while. Especially against the needle. Back to 2 hands. It's not a lot, I'll admit, but hey. We're fine. We probably don't need to hold on to Mercury, since we got rid of Chico. Steel or a retriggering stone card. A retriggering stone card seems great. And we get to take the steel. And I'm going to expand the shop. And I'm going to take more planets, of course. Let's go 2 pair. I do not need a double tag. I just need more points. 15,000 for a pair. I do have discards, so I will make 2 tarot cards. I don't need the lovers particularly, but we'll hold it. These guys don't need anything changing out of them, so... Glass is doing great work. If we could get a bunch more glass, I'd be pretty happy, but when is that not true? More planets. More interesting cards. Glass. And we've got 2 glass jacks, so let's take more jacks. The 10 is fine in hand. We can play a pair of queens with some extras on. We are still just so skirting along the points that we need. So gingerly. We have plenty of cash, but not enough. I think malt is our biggest problem. Like, the X malt is fine, the chips are fine, but the base malt isn't particularly strong. Empress helps, obviously. No cards are drawn face down. Let's do this. Goodbye, glass. Thanks for your service. Erosion is doing nothing here. I'm not sure if the lovers is ever going to be actually practical, but here we are. What steel cards do we have? A 10. You can have another steel in 10. And I would have loved to have gotten the discount in the shop. I would have done a lot of work. I need a buy and use all button. Alright, $43 is low enough. Extra large blind is not going to be as much a problem for us. $31,000 for a reasonable pair. Multiplier now actually doing quite a lot of work. Love grabbing that guy. Splash would kind of be a big deal with the number of enhanced cards we have. Let's see. I will take another glass jack. And some chips on those. Acrobat would probably be pretty good. Like, We play one hand and then we play our final hand every time. We are only going up against this guy and then the final boss. Do I think... And we can also re-roll the boss once. So I'm going to sell this guy. Buy this guy. Keep chugging into planets. And then the blind score we need to beat is 140,000. How does this do on that front? We got 93,000 and we didn't even need Acrobat there. Uncommon, 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 uncommon. Hilarious. Would 1.5x 3 times be more than 3x? So you have x, 1.5x is 1.5. 1.5 of 1.5 is 2.25. 1.5 of 2.25 is 3.375. And it's got chips on it. So I think this is better. An interesting development for sure. Give me the cash. Give me stone card. Even more planets. Even more planets. We're up to 7.9x. Right now, I'm worrying less about my interest because our jokers are pretty set and we don't have that much longer to think about spending interest. Let's see how this goes. Yeah, I think we're going to be okay. Worst outcome would be having to sell a joker. Best outcome would be very large blind or jokers are flipped and shuffled. How's our planets looking? Oh yeah, very, very large. Just almost purple across the board. Very large blind. We can totally work with that. Alright, I think we are cruising. We even have a justice in reserve. But how much do I really need to be shopping here? Not that much, I suspect. Obviously, we're still going to do every round that we can. And going into the boss blind, we just spend everything that we have because there is no reason to hold for interest in the end game because we can't do unlocks in the end game. There's no need for us to go endless here. Where were you? Ages ago. That would have been something. Can we get this guy to times 10? I suspect not with the money we have left. But 9.9 is certainly something. Right, a pair of jacks with glass, with a steel card and a stone card. Off to the moon we go. Alright, that was a good one. I can totally see how you would struggle if you don't get your engine going. But between the vouchers that we got for massive amounts of interest, the stuntman early, and then baseball card at the end, we just about had enough for what we needed. That was the Blast Off Challenge. Thank you ever so much for watching. If you enjoyed the series, please do consider subscribing or hitting that like button. If you have any questions, comments, recommendations, put them down below. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.